Jingoists say ancient India mastered nuclear weapons in the form of Brahmastra. It was focused for destructing its targets like Ravana, Karna, which is required an extreme tactical weapons. Also, it could be designed for massive destructions that Sri Rama, after being calmed down by Varuna and on his request, redirected his weapons in other direction where demons were creating havoc. So there were different varieties from extreme tactical to massively destructive. Their use had restrictions as they could destroy the world completely. They were available to only very specific, eligible, and most importantly, responsible persons who will not misuse them. One exception being Aswasthama, who misused it and directed it to destroy the embryo of Uttara, which ultimately failed. But the other extreme discards the jingoists, saying that if such weapons were there, where is archaeological evidence of the industry and the laboratories related to their manufacturing? Considering today's science and technology, these are very pertinent questions because manufacturing supply chains are necessary for any kind of material weapon. For Brahmastra, we don't see them. Then comes the reply. Do you see the monolithic Kailash Temple and rust-free iron pillar? Where are the archaeological evidence of existence of manufacturing supply chain and industries used to build them? These are hardly 2000 years old. If we do not have evidence for them, how do you expect to get evidence for something which is very much older than this? You don't know anything about the science and technology of that age and are trying to see them through the lens of today's existing science and technology. As I see it, in today's science, there must be an observer and an observable, but in ancient India, there were different philosophies like Advaita, in which the observer immerses into the observable, becoming one. So these two are on completely different, uncorrelated planes. Maybe it is therefore improper to compare them. With today's science and technology, we may never know if actually there were Brahmastra, what was their varieties, etc. And it may not be correct to discard that altogether. This will remain unresolved.